All right.
Uh, okay, that's good. I can pause the recording at any time too.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, I'm happy to have my good friend on here, and
My pleasure.
not too many people I know want to be involved with these videos that I'm posting. But I'm glad Karim here. He's open to it, and it's good to have him.
Thanks. Yeah, it should be fun.
Yes, yeah. He makes his own content. He's got his own channel. Uh,
Just recently started.
yes, yeah. He's got some good editing on his videos, and I'm hoping to be able to work on that on this channel. But uh, we can send a link to your channel.
Yeah,
We
sure.
got
It's Design Derby. It's a channel about design, basically.
yes. Well, what to talk about today on this beautiful Saturday? Where
Yeah,
Kareem is, it's night right now, but it's
yeah.
early afternoon here.
Can you turn the noise canceling on again?
Oh, how do I do that? Yeah, that damn plane.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not sure how to do that on here.
Ah, okay. So
Just,
it was
just
from
Google
within.
Voice, but
Okay. Audio settings.
there should maybe settings. Yeah. All right. Well, this is our first time trying this, and I know that a lot of YouTubers and content creators have this sort of setup where you're in a a video call with one or multiple people. So Kareem and I were spending a bit of time figuring this out. We're using Zoom, but
Yep.
we'll work on making this better. But hopefully, those that watch this video to the end do find value in our conversation. So um,
Yeah.
there's a YouTuber that I watch, and he's pretty well known. Um,
What's his name?
can you see that message I'm getting?
No.
Oh, okay.
What's happening?
No, I was getting a WhatsApp message, but I'm not sure if it's showing on like
Ah, no.
on you can see it. Okay. Now I
Yep.
showed it to Karim.
Yep.
I gotta post it. Now the YouTuber, his name is George Bruno. And
Mhm.
Karim, you have to watch this guy's videos. I'm sure you'll agree with a lot of what he has to say. But
Mhm.
I've been watching his content for a few years now, at least a good couple of years. After my bad breakup, summer of 2019, and he's helped a lot. There's a plane flying by. Can you hear it?
No, it's fine.
All right, perfect.
Worked.
Okay. Uh, yeah, we use the background noise cancellation feature. So good to know that it's useful.
Yeah.
And yeah, I got to post that picture. He put a post up this morning, or if not yesterday, and I looked at it, and it rings so true. It really made me think. And I shared it with Kareem, and he agrees with it. And I got to figure out how to post that to the video. I'll do some editing and share that so that whoever watches this can see. But
Yeah, or we can just describe it. Basically, it was like, yeah,
yes, yeah, yeah.
it was like, how would you
Go ahead.
describe it?
Ha,
Okay,
you want to try?
it was
Or should I?
a woman on the edge of a bed with Superman sleeping in that bed. And what did the caption say?
The caption reads, "Can I do better than him?"
Oh yeah, yeah,
Where she's asking herself, she's sitting on the side of the bed. Superman is still asleep, laying down, and you know that it's Superman because you can see his outfit hanging over a
yeah.
chair on the side of the bed. And I'm pulling it up now. Okay. The caption reads, "Is he really the best I can get?"
Yeah,
You can
so
see
this
depressed she looks.
mm,
Yeah. Or were you gonna say something?
yeah, so this like raises wait, I need to turn off some okay. Turn the WhatsApp web off so that doesn't give us any noise. Okay, so this raises up like a question like how much is enough, or like when to settle or when to keep on looking for better, not just in relationships and even in career and anything in life.
Yes.
What do you think about that? What did you like? What were your thoughts when you first saw the picture?
My thoughts are exactly that and then some. So we're all, in a general sense, this isn't to bag on females, but this is definitely to do with female nature. But I want to say it varies between male and female. Males think differently in terms of chasing a certain potential. Women, I want to say they operate differently when it comes to that. But sure, it goes for anybody.
Yeah, but
Uh,
I think I would disagree here. I
oh, okay.
think like males and females, they both think this way.
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
But in the same way, or because I feel that female nature, women have, and you hear the word hypergamy, women and their hypergamous nature.
Mm.
She's constantly looking for the best that she can get when it comes to a
Mm.
sexual male partner. But I feel like men, I mean, I'm not sure how to describe it in my own words, but
Mm.
do men are men like constantly thinking, oh, can I do better than her, than what I have with this particular female that I'm with right now? Because who initiates a majority of breakups? I would say females.
Not necessarily. I wouldn't say so.
Okay. So you break
Yeah.
up with a lot. You typically do the breaking up, don't you?
Not always, but I wouldn't I wouldn't generalize. I wouldn't generalize.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've gotten a lot of angry people messaging me about overgeneralizing. So
Yeah,
maybe that's a bad habit of mine.
yeah. Maybe. Here's how I would see it. Here's how I would see it. Like what you said about women, yeah, like women by nature, they want like someone who is like the alpha or like the best provider that they can find by nature, by instinct, basically. Now the men, they well, it's true that they don't have this instinct, but they have to become this best version of themselves or this alpha in order to find a woman. So, but if a man is able to easily find lots of women where he has like the ability to become picky, then the man also would not settle for the first woman he can find, but then he would also be looking for the best woman he can get. So it kind of goes, this is why I said like it goes both ways for men and for women.
Mhm.
What do you think?
I mean, reality is yes, you're right because I've turned down some people myself,
Hmm.
but on my experience, the majority of disengaging emotionally is initiated by the females that I
Mhm.
associate with. Um, but are you ever going, okay, fine, yes, you can strive to be your best, better than you
Mhm.
were yesterday,
Yeah.
but you're never going to be able to completely satisfy a woman. Because even though you improved for yourself,
Mhm.
that does not guarantee that you've improved to her standards. Now,
Mm,
if she,
wait. Okay. I
no,
also have to
okay,
disagree
okay,
because like
you're
you
not
me-
supposed to disagree. You're supposed to just agree to everything
no
I
no no
say.
you
Hmm,
said like you can never satisfy a woman. I would say that's not true because
okay,
yeah, it depends on the woman actually. So
yeah,
if a woman has like goals or certain things she's looking for and you're able to meet them and she's not a greedy or like woman, she's then she would be satisfied with what you're offering. So, and same thing goes to men. Like, why do men cheat? Why do women cheat? It's usually because they're looking for something else or something more, or many other reasons as well. But some of the reasons are that they're looking for more, or what you said is better, you know?
hmm,
So the topic here, it becomes like, how much is enough? Like, what would you settle for? What is enough for you? And it goes for both men and women. So
okay,
think of it also in terms of, let's say, if it's not about relationships, basically, if it's about work, for example, if you're at a
mm,
job and this job is paying you a certain number, are you going to settle for this job for the rest of your life, or are you going to keep looking for better? So it's the same concept, whether you apply it to a job or to relationships.
hmm.
So, so like,
But
maybe, yeah,
well, go finish.
yeah. So like, for example, a man or a woman might decide that, okay, this number is enough. This job is paying me well. The work environment is good for me. I'm happy here. I don't need to look for better. But if one of their values or their goals or things they're looking for is a higher salary, so they're going to be always thinking about that. No, this job is not enough for me. I want to look for better. They then be looking for a better job. Same thing goes for relationships. Let's say if a woman is looking for a man, if her values for her to be happy is like to be with the best looking man or the richest man or both, then yeah, she might always be looking for better. Same thing goes for a guy. If his values are he needs to be with the best looking woman or like the best woman with the best personality, he'd be looking for better. So, but if they find someone who already makes them happy and they're not the greedy type, they're the type that can be content with what they have, they might think, no, this is enough. I'm happy with this. Why do I need to look for others? I'm happy. I don't need to cheat.
Do the majority of women that you deal with, um, would you say that they're greedy or selfish? I mean, I would say, yeah, in human nature as a whole,
Yeah.
we're all selfish. We all have
Yeah.
to be to some extent, but uh, would you be able to dive deeper into that?
Mm. It's also not fair to generalize. I mean,
Well,
I've met
uh-huh.
some women who are like the type that always might be looking for more or better, and I've met women that are like happy with who they find or who they meet. Like when it comes to relationships, the best thing I would say to do is like filter out the type of people you meet, like whether it's a guy looking for a girl or a girl looking for a guy. Like set up some kinds of filters, and using those filters, you filter out the people that uh,
I
are,
like
yeah, really, like the
that.
people that you don't want, you can just filter them out from the beginning.
Well,
This is my
okay, so
approach usually.
yeah, well, you're onto something there because more dating platforms should utilize this feature where you go to search filter results
Mm.
and there's a specific filter where you can weed out anybody that's selfish. There's like a column for selfish people on and off. I'm not
That would
looking
be a cool feature.
for the line. Yeah. We yeah, that's something to think about.
Yeah, the way you can do it is like by if you have like some kind of questions that you normally ask someone that you meet, like some indirectly you can tell like what kind of person they are by asking them, by talking about certain things with them or asking them certain questions. So you get to kind of know what their values are. Once you do that, you realize, for example, let's talk about someone who's a gold digger. Like by talking to a girl, asking her like where she goes out, what kind of guys she's into, you kind of get to know what her values are, what she looks for. If you realize she's a gold digger and you're not into gold diggers, screen her out, filter her out. No need to talk to her anymore. Yeah. Save your time to find someone else that is more of your type.
Yes. But now I keep going back to generalizing. So
Yeah.
I can't help it. It's a bad habit of mine. But the okay, so the women that come from the same background that we come from,
Mhm.
would you say that many of them are mm, maybe I won't use the word gold digger, but inauthentic.
Inauthentic. I mean,
Eh,
some are, some aren't. I wouldn't generalize.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
We got to be
you
fair. We got to be fair.
no, we'll be fair. No, look, we love women. I mean, this is not to hate on them.
Yeah.
It's more so to understand them so
Mhm.
that we don't get angry with them
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
Uh, you look at
Here's a thought as well.
Mhm.
Something to consider. Like let's say in a small community or like in a country, let's say where the guy girl ratio is not even, where there are like very where supply is more than demand, for example.
yeah.
Let's say these girls are being bombarded with guys, and guys are like a huge number of guys are always like pursuing them and talking to them and trying to get to
Yeah,
know them.
yeah.
So they get to become more selective because they have a lot of supply, basically.
They have that leverage, yeah, over
Yeah,
us. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So this causes them, because get to get selective, this causes them to become more picky or like maybe raise the bar or look for like what we're calling better. I guess this is where it comes from. We just have 10 more minutes, by the way.
Yeah. Um, I hope I'll be able to save this. Imagine all this goes to waste. This is some good content right here. I'm enjoying this, and I
Yeah.
hope
Yeah.
everyone can agree. But yeah, we'll get to that after the recording ends. Um, okay, yes. I agree with what you just said on that. But now you look at a girl's profile. Now there's a specific app that I use that you know about. Uh, now I'm not going to show the girl's profile, but this one girl in particular. Let's use her as an example.
Hmm.
She shows herself in bikinis. Uh, what does that tell you?
Hmm.
Is she showing off? Is she looking for that validation?
It
What
could
is
be
it?
both. It could be both.
Mhm.
Like, a lot of girls, I would say, they post such pictures, they like the validation they get from the likes and the comments and that kind of stuff. I would say so. Yeah, why not?
No, but now, what if we took that power away from them?
Yeah,
What if every man in existence stopped
yeah.
going on various social media platforms and giving these reactions to
Oh,
these
yeah.
women?
The dynamics would totally change then, and the
Definitely.
behavior would totally change as well.
Yes. And but I don't believe that that can ever
That's
be
never
done.
gonna happen though.
It's never gonna happen.
Yeah.
Uh, and that's a tough pill to swallow. But if we can make more men aware of it, because we're always gonna fall weak to um power of the pussy. And that's just the reality. It's their weapon. And yeah, okay, it goes both ways. Yeah, women need what they need from men also. But just us as men speaking for ourselves, I go, look, I'm gonna make an admission. Now, I've been on OnlyFans. I've fallen weak to that trap.
Mhm.
And I've looked at comments. Now, yes, I've paid to subscribe to certain females'
Mhm.
uh, explicit content,
Mhm.
but I don't give them free. Well, okay, yeah, that's the value. They're making money, right? But I don't react to posts. I don't comment on their posts.
Those
I
specifically are not looking for like reactions, they're just looking for subscriptions. And these, because like these are not like the average girls. These are like there for business, basically.
Yes, but um, I've seen
Mhm.
the extra validation that these girls get on OnlyFans. I've
Yeah.
seen comments that guys leave, and it's cringy.
Yeah.
They're literally putting women on this
The simps,
pedestal.
the simps, you mean?
Simping, yes, and
Yeah.
and these women are better than them. They
But you
now
even
now
see that, you even see those kinds of comments on regular social media, on Instagram and regular social media.
sure, sure, yeah. But what if we could just
Here's
stop that?
here, yeah, the dynamic, it would definitely affect the dynamics
Yeah,
between guys and girls if you stop that.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
like all these, you know what, all these comments and this kind of validation is over, let's call it over validation. It kind
Mhm.
of inflates the ego. So when the ego gets inflated, of course, the person is gonna become like a show off,
Tough.
or you're going to become stuck up, or if you
Yeah.
want to call it tough, whether it goes for guys or girls, by the way. Let's say some celebrity and a lot of girls are like commenting and validating, or like the media is validating. This person's ego is going to get inflated. So, yeah, if you take that away, it definitely affects the dynamics because they would not have an inflated ego. They're going to be humble. They might lower their bar a little bit.
But how are these women with these big inflated egos ever going to settle with a man? Because you see these women on dating apps and
Yeah.
they're obviously desperate to find someone, to find love.
Mm,
Now, some people tell me they don't even believe in love. That's a separate
yeah.
subject, but that'll be good to get into at some point in time.
Mm.
Do
Here's,
these people? Yeah.
yeah, based on my experience, like what I've seen and the women I've interacted with, I've seen like two endings for like the women with who set the bar so high, who are always looking for the best, or it's usually like the super good looking one. Not all of them, some of them. Let's say they don't end up finding what they're looking for, like the ultimate Superman. Either they remain single for the rest of their lives, or at some point in their life, when they get slightly older, they lower their bar and they do settle eventually. But they settle for someone like reasonable to what their goals were, similar to what their goals were. Not the best, but good enough. This is what I've noticed, like, which
But
makes sense.
are they fine living that way? Or are they
Um,
miserable inside or subconsciously and they don't even know it? Or
I
do
would
they
say,
know it, but just don't want to admit to it, maybe?
I would say some are happy, some are not. The ones that are happy probably like it's just a change of mindset. So they just changed their mindset, and their new mindset, maybe they met someone that was good enough and that person was actually good, so it worked out for them, they'd be happy. But if they just went for someone for the sake of being with someone, or just because he ticks some boxes, not all of them, like let's say if he's rich and good looking or whatever, and she just needed that kind of someone, but they didn't really have like some connection, or she didn't really love him, no, this girl might not be happy. So I would say it's both. Some are, some aren't.
Okay.
But it's like
And
supply and demand. It's like this is how it is actually. So
yeah, it's economics, isn't it?
exactly. So like
Yeah. It's social behavior, human behavior. It all goes back to economics, doesn't it? Or different
yeah,
types of
like we mentioned, like once you take a variable such as let's say the validation or whatnot, if the ego is not that high, it changes the whole social dynamics, of course.
yes. And another thought came up to me that I'd like to bring up. This could be of interest to people as well.
Yeah.
Girls that show off, that showcase their achievements online, such as what degrees they have, various institutions that they've obtained those degrees from, what they do for work. I need to take note of that so that we can talk about that. I'm hoping that we'll get to do this again soon.
Mhm.
I hope you enjoyed this. I sure
Yeah,
did.
it was fun. It was fun. We have 1 minute left actually.
Yes, yeah. I guess maybe we gotta figure that out too. But we'll end the recording here,
All right.
uh, because of that time limit.
And
And
guys, let us know what you think in the comments.
yeah, I've pissed off some people already, but
Probably okay, and listen, like
yeah.
listen to what we said. Don't just take a part of what we said and judge us on it. Listen, we talked about both sides, so don't like just take part of what we said and take it personal or get offended.
Well, I think you're more so the voice of reason, so you're gonna get more
Yeah.
support. I'm the one that's generalizing. You're the you're the one that keeps telling me not to not to go there. So, all right, I'm ending it now, and
All right.